aba ewieye sa so na make sure say o hwe me wo ye Kessben TV a amasan so for Kojo Preko Dankwah matena se utie me ewo ye 92.9 so a me mo achi e ma wakwa aba eba essbenMaakye. So on DSTV is channel 364 and after on Go TV channel 121. Yes, just any ending komo a yenko na ye ne minia penyin pa lawyer Ken Crunchy Endi enkomo. Na enkomo ne se minia bema lawyer de aban de ne ko wasiu no over the legality of oral ba ye meka operation recover or loot na ba ye no ora Ken Crunchy de omo court edi enti ene do mo court ye ni nkomo na fe ye hwe de efa ho lawyer Maakye eba essbenMaakye so
mejo so Kojo ya kasa ya che
papa meji dey say bibe eboko de
bibi aboko me na pacho so e
erade adom enkakrakra yeguso
ye de nyame ase.
All right. Ghana mind person omoti ase ye edi enti na lawyer Ken Crunchy esiu aban over operation recover all loot ora adintia.
Well, me that city Kojo di kan no Ghana ha 1992 constitution no na ebo wase anope Kessben TV na 1992 constitution na enka enya de a what you see you do so no pay TV so no pay ye kasai enti Kessben TV and 1992 constitution na boyase eto so me no so be ha o mampanyi paja banya na be o mampanyi paja banya na be ye o mampanyi a o so be uphold to constitution no 1992 constitution ho nya pa 19 so bia ye bibi Ghana ha na se nipa no mfa constitution kwan so a e ma no ma ho kwan whether private or public article 21 so between the Supreme Court and am interpretation and enforcement say ko na dey o ye no mfa 1992 constitution so ma mi hwemu a edwumako na mampanyi tie na ofre na operation recover all loot ora no one fa constitutional ways na establish here na my Supreme Court.
Lawyer, mami bisa o ora no was it say yeti with Emra and now say it was part of the transition that president elect the transition to perform a certain duty.
The first question I'll be saying is very important. You demanded Tiana minimum you Rebecca say and farmer next Number 2, in the period of transition, now on your company, on 18th October, on your company, now Brahma can sort of a car by BBA, my instruction, particularly the fair inquiry audit, and I call you Mrs. Kabia, the man of my home, Supreme Court.
Again, sir, Metiasie, I think when Ora was done, the court duty was a committee yate a committee ya form say omonde omontena sina omontwen sebi calls ene ensem a amanfo de ba bedan omo efa enema bebre akoso ewo government institutions in other places and all that. So with that, would you want to still say idea yete say asebio ya fair juma na say ya tiko your friends say an agency or something like that?
One say Kojo enye makolo jani dio sene menonia mina yenya panyi ko sifa no kano enye apampom store isi makola apampom store amamo na yebi. We are doing very serious business. We are governing a nation, and this governance is governed by law, processes and procedures. Enti so don't sabeka bia fa banwa yo kwa ye dey afa so e ka se fa sa kwan so enya pampom store ne you are running a nation. You are running a nation. The president should have realized that there are processes that have been set aside by the 1992 constitution. Otimi ko kasa wakoti ni BBC Kessben FM na wa wo bibi an fa BBC Kessben FM na me take action wo wa bam say na to ne general na ye no you are not from store you are running a nation.
Na but me bow the intent about say you beti ora na ya ka say oh a man for and volunteer information with ease a man for and from ya the toll line out to hall toll free line a mo betumi afre emails a you betumi receive na ya ka say ebia me hu say me hu say Kojo Preko ebia na samre no or the way fa ha no or yes say into no yen kohwehwem ye mu watan na mom no yeah, bibisa no, is it not what you want to see as a right direction to make the citizens really up to scratch to really tell us what really transpires in the business? Just as say a national security that better was a toll line ye see BBB omo see call and all those things omo can see ye. I mean, was it not something that will help or aid in terms of making sure say sebi young citizens and any abanyina will be on the same page to see say relevant information about we are near the the credible agencies under the law to also look into it say ayampa sebi yebetwa so enyampa no mabwegu
ela make sure say amamu na yib amamu no say clear criteria to do if and when we see afase for instance, so Mampanyi Kaso, on say, Article 187. Yeah, or Mampanyi Betiaka say audit, but or auditor. This only Council of State at Nasi. Nomaka said this is the reason why, special reason why there must be an audit into this special program and other special activity. And no crown auditor general Nabaye. For instance, there is an okay. You prefer Mampanyi to say be a corruption or land acquisition or lands commission. Oversaw set up processes to look into it. First and foremost, at the 187, say we say a Council of State. Now, the almost set up Council of State mandate your Auditor General. Then the Auditor General can say, so you have a hotline. Say, my police is an artist is in the hotline, but never casa on a meet fee. My police can say, what Tindico for be a friend or because Constitution we need on some sort of Parliament caution there be out of the Maakye Ora and as it is the currency. So you understand now he's behaving unconstitutional.
Right, my Mr. Sasem way to be. Is it again that okay? So information gathering no about at least in Democrat around that period no near say almost about. I mean the citizens responded around that time. We had almost about 1,493 calls were made. We had almost about 924 emails coming through. We had a total of 2,417 complaints made at the preparatory stages. Sanyaman Wenginano, or they are dying the credible Attorney General Yoko and all the other agencies to do this. Fanese CCA with the Kokoti, are we truly seeking said all this information in an yemogu? And I say any day.
We are you see a beer pan so about. If you want proper procedures that will lead to credible prosecutions and investigations and all that type of thing, then you should first and foremost occur to the president. And now, the Attorney General, because I know the president in the Ottoman, no, you ever see lay person. Attorney General, no, okay, but this is what the law requires you to, the steps the law requires you to take. For instance, you want to battle corruption. Fair and good, very good. First and foremost, also trying to say, you ensure we in on January 7th, 18th December. You ensure we in as president, you can't take any steps to fight corruption. It is when the executive authority is given to you on January 7th that you begin to take steps. Number two, person taking steps. In fact, as far as information gathering is concerned, then the best person to do it is investigate the Auditor General. This is that mandated in the Constitution for you to use the Auditor General. And then you take those processes. You don't go and set committee. You don't set committee. All those people, the people were not in government. Now, so buy information. 1,000 something course now Kenya. It was government information about government personnel and government people who, when it comes to audit, have to pass through a specific channel. On the say, we are you are behaving unconstitutionally.
Oraken, my Chayadea Kakra, between 18th December to January 7th, who is the president of the country then?
It's the Dankwah, the incumbent president.
Okay, so under the law, Nana Akufo-Addo still remains the president.
Was the president, yes. And nobody else can take executive decisions except him. The January 6th, I hear too. If the Toko invade Ghana, Akufo-Addo no be mouth that said Ghana forces should go and reply. And yeah, John Mama. I don't know better than John Mama. But then the power at that time belonged to Akufo-Addo.
So between that space, the elected president who says that I am not probably forming a whole agency which needs an act. I'm not forming a whole institution which needs us to go through the processes constitutionally. But I'm looking for my team who maybe until say about Bemuno had things to deal with. And we are saying, so okay, for us to start work, I mean, these are the things we're expecting you people to also tell us and then do. And when the Bonnie and why, you know?
Kojo,
Yes, sir.
corruption, I had the Kessben power. I had the idea of papa. Who saw person under corruption about the corruption? I'm telling you to be a serious person and use serious measures and use constitutional lawful measures. Because I don't know you try to or you say it is Aquaman and Faso. It is a Sakwan who puts a Juma. Then come and do something about it. Then you do something about it. Then you begin to take the necessary steps. Because you are talking about the loss of funds belonging to the people of this country and this country. You don't take steps, jalu steps. My former Rama says the much information because there are steps outlined by the 1992 Constitution, but which you must comply. What time Chief Justice Libabu Nujina and more Independence Square, he said he will uphold the Constitution. Uphold the Constitution. You don't go and do things that the Constitution do not mandate.
So, granted, so all the things that truly is happening with a oral report and they are dying, a credible state institutions now, ADHCC, clearly, if any of them brings you positive results by letting all Ghanaians know, say, Adia, ye can want some, and I say, Bibrinano, Efre, ye catch the no, and who soon swanswono, any, and that matter, and for that matter, Sebio, Obi, Edenisa, Aka, or Mine Sika, and it is genuine, ye whom be would you be happy or you still want to say it is wrong? We should go back to the law.
The properly mandated organization is the Auditor General. Many occasions the Omugusuye people could do Public Accounts Committee of Parliament on a meeting. It is the Auditor General in 2024. This is Omoya Mojuma. We are sure saying in January in the next year 2026. No, on by year 2025 we are so Mojuma on a meeting. Those are the procedural ways that you use. Procedure is very important. If I say a customer reality, now Kojo Preko Kessben FM. Now in Ghana will be a reality at the police station. Now so can consider the reality and the information they call Konodi. They were some America. Kojo.
Metiopa.
They were some America. Because a procedure no be America. So when you watch in the police station. And I can continue the chino the ora. The Constitution says that when it comes to government money and government process and everything, everybody goes to Auditor General. Why is it to say this time there? Obi a young man to me class what you and all the investigation.
Say yeah, ora no munchio, Anna.
Omoyeden.
Omonche.
Omonche.
That be say Omonche, they don't arrest, Anna.
There be me say what
okay.
I say Auditor General so Omonche, Omoye investigation.
Yes.
And I didn't think the Constitution is say when it comes to the audit of public funds, I go to the Auditor General. Now, Kabania and Yaman to me on the Watine Ora. When you say what you want in Ora.
Are you then saying, for instance, in the Constitution, 58 clause 1, that gives the power to the president to create, temporal even committees to look into things, still, we did not go through the right process. Is that what we mean?
The thing is that, I assume in 58 one now kind of correct. The thing is that, one, time or year or on your company. On it's very crucial. Say, Yan Fabanya and Mamma swear, ultimate take action. Time or two on your company. And number two, the no company company, you must secure an act of parliament. And you found to me you saw by scan, you saw by she. All those things have not been complied with.
Yes, but I recall clearly that even Kojo Preko Dankwah told us point blank that there's no state funds injected into it. It is something that the president-elect...
Are you not worried? Say Rebecca say Koya Benjuma. You saw Benska. What are you talking about? I'm talking about fighting corruption. So be more big to me say Koya Benjipamu. Many Pamaka say Koya Mamiska.
Okay, so clearly, if I understand the language you use now, Koshishe Abai NMM, and I don't think that was what Ora was doing. Ora was
what was it doing?
Their main focus was to receive information from from concerned Ghanaians concerning issues that you think has really happened, whether a government or any other places. I mean, it's concerning any other matters that are really happening. I will feel say a case in Fabra.
Matters like to say, for instance, let me tell me if you are not pay concerning me.
Yes, say Obia Fre say Bia Ora can crunchy, you say Ora can crunchy or Nini or Tibia, Amasama and not Zungu. Na your feel say Abia and when you may who saw the car be able run in fear honum. That ends up. So that ends then. I make us say that ends there. So
now, but the run if you're in the one car. It is. There are thousands of houses. There are a lot of cars entering those houses. There are police station. There are Ora. If you can't, there must be a reason why you must go Ora. Some reason. What is it? One car. It's supposed to be one car.
Yes, and then Ora receives certain informations of that nature.
There's a place you don't want to, because there's a place you don't want to go.
I mean,
you must go there. Then you can answer the question. Because when it concerns specific institution, government, the government of Ghana and these institutions, then there are ways to handle it. Hello. If you don't comply by those ways, you are acting unconstitutionally.
So clearly, a near process of starting you think it is not right, even though agencies now saw what Ora has said in Inano, it's still not something we need to go by.
That is why it should have occurred to Mr. Mahama. Say we are talking about very serious business, recovering money that may belong to government that may have been stolen. So every step that we take should be carefully and constitutionally calculated, so that we can use lawful means to recover lawfully lost money or lawfully lost money. If you don't comply with those processes, then you are creating a problem rather than creating a solution. It should have occurred to him. Store. Yes, see, or National Service Scheme. Yes, see, I talk about size. Yes, see, these are monies we want to recover. Then you must use the lawful processes to recover those monies. Otherwise, if you don't comply with the Constitution, it may bring the whole thing to naught. It is not the end product. It is the processes by which you get to the end product. Professor Biaweka say, and yes, said our calculate 20. Methods now you see that is what we want to see, the thinking processes, the lawful processes, the constitutional processes by which you go to the end. Crucial.
Are we then saying that the evidence gathered by Orano is deemed as, tainted evidence? Is that what we're saying?
If the first thing is that you say the evidence gathered. The evidence gathered. Have they gathered evidence? If they gathered evidence concerning what? Oh, and not then it becomes tainted evidence. It becomes tainted evidence.
Mm-hmm.
They have tainted the evidence. And not lawyer knew you should have told them, say, these things, if you don't go by the proper processes, you taint the evidence. There's an attorney general in this country, and at that time, the company of the president-elect, he was being advised by lawyers. Let's not taint the evidence, so that when we go to court, it will not become tainted.
But another education here. So the oral team did not force anybody to say, bring us any evidence. I mean, bring us that and all that. We only declare to say that, listen, there's a committee that is taking information gathering is what they did, and then they have given it to the specific agencies to look into it. So gathering of information becomes.
How did they give it to specific agencies? What was the mode of communication? Because you see, you can't constitution on Maakye audit. Maakye person auditor, it comes under Article 187. I think Article 187, the Auditor General, and then there's a specific provision where the president can do an audit. If they come under that provision, otherwise they are outside of the law. So how did they communicate the information to the specific agencies?
So clearly, getting them to gather information to help the country, to help the incoming president or the president-elect, who is in charge of the country now, to say that I need some of these things for us to start, because there have been too many talks of so listen, do this, gather information, let us handle it to the agencies, state agencies who will look into it. If there is anything in it, if there's nothing in it, we should not be happy about it.
I can feel your pain.
Yeah, me to cast online na form kakra. No, we munye as a form still. Sisi ade me that's it.
So I'm saying, I can feel your pain. That if there are procedures that have been outlined by law, and you want to solve something that concerns all of us, then it is crucial that you go by the processes that have been outlined by law. That is the first thing that you do. You don't form your own thing. So when they actually the Afanico police station, they look like Konodi. You use processes outlined by law. And the people who have been trained in law, who are assisting him, to take the most appointed listeners as him, openly, the Minister of Party Correction, that this is the way the Constitution has outlined. Let us use those ways. If along the way, you think there are problems, you can then begin to see how we can look at the law and how to amend the law and get something else in place. Therefore, this is what the law provides.
All right. Ken, medase, share how this one pans out. And I mean, it's the beauty of democracy, and it will test the law, and we see how things will go. Medase pa. Right, lawyer Ken Crunchy, and you know AD and Comosisia, and so I say, or the Abain, Echo, or the Nukwaku Jina, or the Nukwaku Jina, Emrano, say, Wati Ora, a very, very illegal, say, a president-elect. And yet president of the country, president-elect, ate eye ora na odi edi jumebia sisia me no ka say jumedie no ekoswo with the credible state agencies omo handle issues that really came out from ora no no ehun komo ene edi no ma me kwana me ne the Eastern Regional Coordinator ma Dr. Bawumia Easting miankasa mi senior brother ora chairman Kojo Boateng in the Nkomo na share the issues that are happening. I've watched a video where Ora Brian, a champion doctor, is talking about the 15 members of parliament now or more support to and almost declare support Dr. Bawumia. There were some comments that were made by Dr. Brian Champon with regards to the 15 MPs, and how he Dr. Brian called or probably tested Dr. Bawumia about it and all that. But I've seen a statement coming from the office of the Eastern Regional team of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then the MPs here. Yendi Nkomo na yenhwe what truly the statement is talking about. Chairman, Bibi Abokode, morning eba Kessben Maakye so.
Name.
Yes sir.
Maakye me jo so anopai me come to joining bia me boy Rade Empire me Bobby Mamo.
Amen.
Se Rade mama hodin eni nimudie. Ghana chichire no enwa ne gina mokwana no. Na mo sorry anopa ni na joni yi de sumunanti a na form sa. Me sorry we come to join me de munyina ka ho bi. Na no Ghana so akọ nanim.
Get us say. And I'll pay a press statement to be Adamanim CCR. It speaks deep issues, and I think Richard Beppe a video na my Brian Champon talking to setting gathering now Oboboso. One has to do with the claims that the MPs called him to apologize for endorsing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and then again he himself calling or having an exchange of text messages with Dr. Bawumia. And then all that. What does your press statement seek to tell the people of the New Patriotic People and answer the fans and then Dr. Bawumia team nina?
Yo, Mira, medawasi na makase ye bompa yama aboma etusa ema MPP ama yokuni nina. Omina ye MPP adeshe. Ye mreto akunyato a obia wo ho kwan so betu ho sa. Na de wo mu kese ni se sakonya no bata nso a o si tutu ya na mo a yen hwe party ni kanko ene ne kese yo se ye bewie no na ekuo ni gina brano a obia betumi afre atone safri obi anase ye gina de pepa ne nkabom ebetu sa na mo ne akonko kese no se akonya na ye ko no ojo enye de ye di hu komo sa abre ya enuanom ye ko ba ye nam delegate ne so akonya ne kese pa ani de Rajo Muhammad so no no akonya ba kope intimi se ye mapinchen eba ya kwan mu ene ya namu mu ne ye kasa ne ya hwe ne yi a obedu baabi no obehwe na bia waka offend obi na afi o se wanyi wadidi a ane onko a ekokon sa akono akuwe nso nye obakofo okun man sign ne adodo ne party for the GDP ene odopa ebetaye chiri nti eno ne ade ba ko a na yede ye ne hwe na kasa ne nyina tintini ni tietia ye mra eye Mira Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mra ko fa ne krata brand na ko ne betting we brother ni ukwada eno France ye so be born into our Eastern region the money ye e ko France ye we Eastern region no nyina ne pepa ne se Mira na nado Kufuado. Ono shene nyam so nsa edini be wura sa political dispensation mu ene yewo mu democracy edi hu komoi intinu da nyam kase ne no eno no difference se wa convert no wa pass through the process we ni amana konya se otumi ko ekobọ ne nto a odi be France ye wo niwura asase so ba bia na na Kufuado free nti obi France ye eno de ba ye kwawu block ye poimantemu ho constituencies wo nyina ye beka bo mu ena obehia wo mo na nkomo ne koso no ena say ye abedwafo a free Eastern region say ye ka say omu ye dunu miensa na ye dunu nan ena nyame obo no chiro bo ne de hie no obefa owura kumi ede ne ko ye ko by election no anyi nti etiba dunu miensa ne mu dunum ena omu so asem on beka ye ne say ise omu hwe sede amayo sem ne ko eni sede anamo ayetu eni baabi a ya begina ne aba opposition na san komo a yebedie eni sikasem eni ade nyina no eke betumi a omu de omu adwen pamu no omugidi senka owura ya ton no na de hye nyina anim no nanka owura John Mahama omma ballot paper so bi nanka yen so ye te opposition ye tie petumi die enka sabre owura ba umia billboards ni t-shirt ni nyima nyina ya print 2024 wosi akan ni fibie anim no akola bi anim no nti sa na tie dia omo de nka ombesi omo betu dwase nka de hye nyina meta na ti na ke fatumi ni ma nka bom kese mra na enye saa so na tie na kwanya wo ho no bi ye ne de dia omo de nipa dunum no omo de pepa e time rechi e so na sin se ututu na namo omo hira no kose onko ne kunanim na ikuo no onka kuo ni mum na sundie pamra ti omo so do omo asin mu asem betuja na no achi no na yam se minia eye ora Brian Champon a ono se mbra se bejani a ofri abetifi eye kwawu ho no ma na ono se born to our region mu enam so de ko tuja se nkomo na ni colleagues ni bedi ye no be bra frefre say already a politics no moye nti no omunyi omani no no anso wie no test mi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia nti ohwa na che se ha dwen kakra wonu se bia wan hwe ya the ubu ani gusua in politically it will dent your credibility nipa na etu isa no nti womo so account bom se da bia ntrase mata na mo we emegu ani mate anya hwe kura no sabi ye honorable members of parliament wo ora Dr. Brian Champon also ye colleague sabi adwuma ye tumi a upei ye nyina ya dehye ye hye pebia ye betua begina bi ye presidential candidate nti una watumi abo trimu poso betu sa ye detani di animal but don't belittle our also intelligence thinking say ebia samna wakan trasa akeke ye wadehye da wo mano ye constituency ye wo koma ye ni wo madie nti be kan sana na je say ye gidie ene nkoma ye bedi ye no na answani nti no mo so transi bi mu na ohwe statement ni so de tosum ye nu ye say nkomo so a ebia okohia constituency fo na ono omudi se ebia 2024 no ko sika o de be share ekuo no mu ni campaign ni ade nyina no o de dan na di no o de buy say o de man penifo no MPC no any constituency executive say from polling station for na che so hwe sa asem no so a na che se any almost some no so embobra e basa na che se party no suti na wo ka bom e wo constituency ho because polling station for omo ni adehia sabi omo bon to omo pesu asu ba bia to aba bia omo ni adehia wo ho no a omo gina ma party no na se o ka se o colleague honorable members o di sikama omo so omo famra no omo fa sikana ma you are denting their credibility, you are denting their image. Sabi omo da chekura omo constituency ho a omo bedi nkomo ne se enti ni nyina ya de a omo transe no na omo dwene ho se da bi se ya be kasemi ni enyi ya no a adehye na wo ho beji adi na enso na entisa enti no hwe statement na eno ne bobre kese na ni nyina nso nkire mu wo ho because the normal kire ne say the hwe eye campaign eye 2024 wo Dr. Brian Champon a utu sa say ya wo di sankomo na wo ni campaign coordinator ai na me ma be hye ne mpaboa no no ni Eastern Regional Campaign Coordinator for the campaign for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay.
Enti se obia be ye contribution the bus center. Obia contribution kakra say be businessman for contractors kakra yen mu adia kakra de boa campaign nyina no ye de ko center na mo boaboa no a woni ye de ma o say Eastern no na o hwa no. Enti no je ne fast to sa anamona ebia esen na modeko na MPC no asema o mo ka kese ne say sika nyina nso baayi mi rade obom kese ne so wodi sika no krema wo mo se mo fa nkodi djuma no se sabi ifiri botom mpo a wodi sika no ma wo na nka ta ada so de o mo fa sika no enkonkonkoye what the make na se o mo fa sika no o mbia mo fa nkoye we operation mudi we beto aduane mudi we be han ka akọfa nkofo fifie mu mudi we be ma agency betena ho di de we no mudi beto aduane mu hihye ni nyina na mudi ma wo sika no kura anso o man so de o mudi esoso na ohu uye utu na mo no wantu ni ya na mo so wa mo bra ye kwa vision constituency o mo na nature EBS so every day we school fees, some way. Does that matter to the money now? Ebia DD in some of your operation. Now so be done in any ever cast family police station in Famadia. That's all cheap party no ashifom. Na sabi upe can differ and comosano and send fata because if you bottom pa you have to be measured and see how you communicate with the police station for no. Into no near dia na ni titru no. The betu just say mirror Dr. Mahmoud Baumia dear no. Any will test now can. And they also throw a challenge to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say test now the bread one. For test in the betray. So the test are brewa. And on also no the Nipana almost so of free one more can come on so they throw a challenge to Dr. Brian Champon say Nipana from 15 or free was a politician so be po be a din wa bontini and TB. Because what mean can it try and sorenko. And the third one MPs need to throw another challenge to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia campaign. Say one na multi campaign is a campaign manager, the finance committee chairman. Na mu handle sika near the year Juma na mu disbursement. So moment chiremu sika hin na mode man no so on family. Na sika no so ten na mu kan no na amansan yina TB. So the year said honorable member. The name of honorable and not from you know what they have gone through. Also we are honorable member nibi. If you understand the dynamics in our constituency, the perception of the people. Meaning, when it's here, if you need to me to near man to from now on Sorenko. These are their main basic questions that are raising, and they are demanding answers from Dr. Brian Echampon.
Okay. All right. Chama, yada say any elaboration other my the press statement, you know. I'm looking for a one-on-one with you. Me sure say Richard Umbekana Yabana fi din komoni ye.
Many problem. Yo, one that into that yeah, another so what suggest to my into the Quembia so no frame ya
Mate. Better say pa chairman, better say. All right. Chairman Kojo Preko Dankwah Eastern Regional Coordinator Dr. Mahmoud Baumia in the Eastern Region. Issues no more raising it, they're very critical. Issues that I believe say it is daring to the camp of Dr. Brian Echampon. So when to me, the team of Brian Echampon to respond to this party, that it means that because reading deep into a press statement, you know, more the Abano. Richard, I know shit, and I expect the Brian Echampon a team not to respond to it, especially with the attempt of inciting division in the party. The issues no more raising wahana on falsehood allegations or more the two Dr. Brian so no especially when Dr. Brian has touted for a long time to tell all of us and create the impression that Eastern region ne ekutano in terms of funds pushy to do things in ano but today the Dr. Baumia camp is telling us apparently it is not so. And that also is credibility issues. Dr. Brian Echampon. Now they are calling for accountability. And I'm expecting say accountability will have to be also done, especially from Dr. Baumia camp. Mo must say sika nyina na ba ye nyina no mum kire Dr. Brian Echampon sika or this year Eastern region now must say ono ka se bi okura mu yie no amoso mo mekire sika here or the ehye. I've seen it being signed by 15 members of parliament. 15 almost support na sign a press statement in you know mijidi is the idea kianeke we're expecting Dr. Brian Echampon's camp to also give us a good response on that because we need it. To me, the prophet himself is seated. A prophet. Watch him so a prophet because back to back and what JC Honum. Madi Jibril Atenase. We're expecting lawyer Kessben, member of the Ken campaign team and a member of the MPP, and also Betenase Nafi Yedi and Komo Ebufi and Madi Biabo Kodie.
Kojo,
the prophet himself.
Kojo.
Ubo Ejuma. Ejuma de Uyebi. Uyebi. Ejuma no form. Who sa? Vigili is a party office BBI come up.
Nyame adom.
Okay.
BBI at least a free equity, we believe is our rating has gone higher. Because now equity a referendum. Say, yeah, banner. What is it about mining issue? What is it about the friends education? What is it about road sector? Equity for Eka say so far so good. So they gave us the opportunity with a resounding victory in the constituency. Because and most of the times, you know, by elections and our midterm elections are referendum to any cabinet. Every referendum. In fact, that is why over by elections, you know, it gave NDC confidence. 2024 elections we are winning. Because we say before the election 2020, now results in NDC nya 2000, I think 2020 or so. But when we went to the by elections, the NDC was able to garner about 3,000 and over. Actually, say yes, there's something going wrong with the government. It gave NDC confidence, and then the minds are confident. They call I say no for no, and I go see people better, and I get translated into the main elections. You know, so like I say, party no more dear a year, Kojo, 9 months near, and at least so far people are even comparing 9 months to 8 years of a government.
Okay.
Into make I say a year, but there's a more to do.
Okay.
And
And everything come on pa, we're going to deal with matters of a galamsey and also declaring a national security zones. And I've seen the Green people, of course, Callisto's letter and as a press statement about calling on all the CSOs to also meet a president. I think come February, Friday, to also deal with some of these matters and know truly. How do you see it and all that? Then we'll come to issues of the MPP and matters arising. And then Ken Crunchy also comes in with the Meko Court to tell Meka Ken I was say Ken I was say oh to me
man kasa on me say kwase bia timi kokot.
Oh okay.
Bia court dear so bia ntimi kokot ye na dia I want any Pentecost, any Muslimin, any Ubia.
What them meba?
Ubia Timiko.
Meba. Meba. Yeah, shall say meba. But as son, I know my share what is really happening at the Public Accounts Committee. I think I'll take your views on that too. But the share video way at Kessben TV and then on DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121 and I feel so on 92.9. Muntie excerpts coming from the setting of the Public Accounts Committee. Yesika some and near my coswo. This one will be blame politicians. So it is we, the same technocrats we are calling ourselves, that we are technocrats, and that politicians should leave a Jumane Mayano. Ye Jumahu and Komo anywhere be this is here. You share accept coming from a Public Accounts Committee.
Habib Napare. Reason date of separation was 2022.
Yes.
This guy had died. Didn't you go to the funeral? And you validated this dead person for 26 months. And you are coming to tell Parliament to do what?
To go to the bank and good. That's okay. We have taken a cue from that, Mr. Chair. Yes. So we have recovered, like I mentioned earlier, 303,558.68. We have forwarded a total list to Yoko to help us. Yoko has written back demanding for their respective files of persons involved. We have submitted that. That's why we were asked, did anybody attend the funeral of Habib? You did. Gave donation. Even gave his PV, Provident Fund out. And you still came back verifying him.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, maybe moving forward, we'll ask you to bring the validators along So they speak to it. Maybe they saw the person's ghost or they saw the person somewhere. That's how come a deceased person will be validated for 26 good months. And then somebody who has worked for more than 3 months, 6 months, running every day to control an accountant general just to be validated. So moving forward, we'll ask that you bring validated these rules. Knowing that you validate the person for 2 years, 2 years and over. So, Mr. Chairman, I think that is what we should do. If you are cited for any payment of unearned salaries, you come with your validators. Then they will speak to it. Maybe if it's a ghost, if it's someone who is deceased, they saw the person somewhere, sitting somewhere, working, and then they can tell us the reason why they validated dead people for 26 good months. So I think it is something we should all take serious.
Let's look at paragraph 182. Ghana Statistical Service, Cape Coast, Central Region. Do you have the head over here to answer these questions, or you are going to answer for that person?
Madam Chair, we would answer for that person. Thank you.
Okay, you spend 46,000 for lunch and per diem, and you accounted for only 39,600. Where is the 6,400? The recommendation was that the regional head should ensure that the accountant refund the unaccounted amount of 6,400 and same paid into Auditor General's recoveries account with Bank of Ghana. Have you done that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, and Ranking. We've done that.
Now, do you have any evidence of you doing that?
Yes, please, we have evidence, and we've shared with the auditors.
Okay, ain't you know what, baby, we're 46,000 spent on lunch and per diem. Young counters swap, young funding in also amba. So some of these things that really and truly happens on Public Accounts Committee, you know, to tell us exactly what is really happening in Inano. This time it is not the politician who is, at the forefront. These are technical and technocrats that we claim we should be giving them that opportunity to streamline our finances, to streamline and structure things for us. We've been praying and touting and promoting the fact that we don't need politicians to be at certain spaces. But clearly, say enebe konedia say obi a webu create me chianeka for the past year na sebi enye politician nye technocrat ene yes adie we no kakra. And again, I think that henceforth, maybe like they keep praying, you know, accounts committee, you know, yebetumi asheni to me jail these same people, because when we don't jail a politician, we talk, we make too many excuses. Today, the same technocrats are misbehaving with our finances, and then we say what? Yanka. Ya can we munko na munko fesika nembra, but when it is a politician that be yemfa no enko court na yenko jail no enemi na ora mo abemu ne yi nyina ya ba be sen komodie na say mama kan cho say Kayepco group of companies say men kan cho say ope cars papa fi Japan dia na eye Kayepco for NS on no edin commission say pay Japanese cars papa dia na a very affordable so Kayepco group of companies na no ebedin commission so mo and betumi Accra now somehow affordable prices in terms of payment plan krano will be omo edebema sa so na beso otu kwan officer seminar face so person ko amono ne ko sua de and akoye adwuma na construction kra so na when Kayepco for ND and komono betumi abo ye pa sa processes we nyina make country in terms of visa and face so ho akwantu na adwuma a person ko amana ne ko ye nyina no when Kayepco group of companies for di nkoma ombebo ye pa sorry in terms sorry wakana ko na no mo enko di nkomo okwa wo se ote se Kojo Preko Dankwah ne Kessben TV ne Kessben FM can show se bra honom na omo credible omo anya market deeper life junction honom na omo 0556 735 422 and answer 0556 70 2834 now on Kayepco group of companies for ND and Komo. Now I have some few messages here now from about my di honum now for din Komo. This one says that Kojo, what is the state of illegal mine what the state of illegal mining is going on, if care is not taken, the country will be banned from all international markets. Where if Andrews, if Jase, and ordinary text message way buy yeah. Or say I'm watching you from UER Buzua. I am Kofi Bageda. Okay, Kofi Medasepa. And then this one says that my name is DJ Pastor. I'm watching you live from Asante Achim Agogo. In fact, you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Yeah, that's it. So also, what the buy. Let me go on the text messages and read some few ones here. And then it says, good morning, Mr. Preko. Good morning to you too. I am a Franny Electricals, Pacoso Estate. Kumase. It is so sad that the sense of patriotism has completely vanished from we Ghanaians, to the extent that both civil servants and public servants together with politicians are messing up the once beloved country, Ghana. Dabeng from Afrani Electrical Pacoso Estate. And also Nadia or de Ebai. And on the last one before I move, or say Eric Kwekubwedi patriotic voice Bechim or say, I am pleading with the MPP members to put aside our internal differences and focus on the NDC's failure. Let's conduct clean primaries and emerge stronger, united and ready to take over from NDC, because they didn't have any better thing to offer Ghanaians again. Regards to Adrian Kessie, John Boedu, Obatampa, maybe Sawa Kumsen, Mr. Osei Collins, Executive Director, Save Our Environment Foundation, and on also need to do a minute to 30. So it's 8:30 on the dot here on Kessben 92.9, Facebook Kessben TV, on DSTV channel 364, on Go TV channel 121, and then on Facebook, Kessben 92.9, Kessben 92.9 on Facebook. Kohonom na also show comments or her making kind na ama. Madi, I'm back. Yes, Shasi na yente Ken Krachi the Infio. Now he's saying that he's taking a bind to a court because of to look at the legality of oral. Namumba Bemu or clearly or say between 18th of December to January 7th, the president was still Nana Akufo-Addo. John Mahama was president-elect. How come that he was able to set up a committee, and whose authority to do such a thing into a court this year? Young Tian Ufionafi, Yemra, main matters.
Mamifa Quenya Wintia, viewers. It's important, say, yes, you are. And so when opportunity is given for people, we should do best not to confuse even the system. The mama said committees be before say be inaugurated as a president. When set committees be brave, when you're president, you set committees to work. It be a year send out people be my no set committee. If you send no say be a in terms of me campaign I me on aura. Aura no ebe any short form because or say the only way Ghana is kebia no can be as no be faso achi obia adi esikaba. Ni tetia mu na ene aura. Obaye o say mo say be say ejuma no mo di kan say ejuma no ka mo sha say motimi agi information sa yenya kwenya na ba abemu wi swim in then we can take the legal way because me ni abemu ne ntimi ban obi enchi obi we na ya ena after say yes swear John Mahama in among for no yes say ejuma no omo mo report my ena ejuma no ewie. Since then, they were not doing anything. He said, "Be a minister, be a omoko yoko. Omunye jumani be ora rukapo committee no kra police we ni because they say no aban no anyan krofa betime say juma no person obey no e legal way enti omunye juma. No be aka say dey be ono won ti ase o no court say I didn't say John Mahama set a committee a 1 year president. Did John Mahama went to court with that issue when he was not president? Kojo. One court. One said they be where me as a man committee no dear. One me are buying for no mumbra me ho. No, they didn't do that. Nobody was invited to come to John Mahama's office. Say, all right, be report tomorrow. Did we do that one? Kojo. And today, pan I can crachi airco say okoye. When I was coming, I was listening to you saying, Obi koye juma na was say in Jessica is dangerous. Can crunch in the newspapers. Unu say wo Kenoforeta baso say why juma na Jessica. Kenoforeta why juma no one Jessica. Can crunch bona baso say wo ya juma bangana pass one Jessica. So today, some people say me ye juma mean Jessica. Was it they be no dey enya kranka was one Jessica. But he touted and applauded Kenoforeta for not taking salary as a minister of finance. Kojo, where are we going? How are you get me?
I get you, pa.
Only me say o man penny na nado. We be contesting the first elections, you know. O can say no when you use state facilities.
Yes.
Nanado, that's why they touted. That is why Kenoforeta supported Akufo-Addo. So it's not corruptible because when this country when you corrupt. But say Kenoforeta no I say so one this we are corrupt. So which is which?
Yeah, because I clearly asked your friend is saying, all right, no man use state funds to be and he's worried why
dangerous.
Then dangerous, yes.
O say dangerous pan say so obi yet corruption juma say one this dangerous. And I mean man say the wo hwe sika crap no. O say men jisika. O bonabaso say what kire say odo man Ghana. One pegana sika. Because on there or ye gold. On there be offering there say be one toilet. Enti only the but obi mu say omunji no de be eye bone say omo say omunji sika. Enti wo court. Say omunji sika by force in free ho. Ananya say na okay. Omunji sika o omunji sika na o ma corrupt ajuma. Am say ye nji sika because we no e ade ye na ye ade ba ko. In fact, in this country, we say how do you set that committee legal? Only my dear the ball a friend say Abasopan Ghana, a friend say our former OSP, first OSP, Matamidu.
Yeah.
Una dear the ball Abasopan, can crunch mo. Citizen vigilante.
Yes, citizen vigilante.
Yes. I know why. Now constitution ben omoko enacti and on the man. That is why they applauded him. You see him as an anti-corruption crusader in Ghana. Do they really understand who they are dealing with? Kojo. So you see, if somebody kasa, no first say kasa, one tie say omo amutie no, omo dwin. What you say? So today you are giving examples. Anyway, in the constitution, Matamidu was not in the constitution. Citizen vigilante, and a concurrency on your issue, not on your plot, no. Or say based on that, your man OSP.
Yes, I mean
at that time, no. In fact, you can forward your mochi in a John Mahama. Anyway, and no man, Juma says, "Side Juma na okay, and you're more Juma, Koyo Juma." And then the same thing, Romacha. So Romacha, ora. And as is also your ora, Wako Juma. They say, "Your mouse, you can Koya Juma." And what is the difference between Matamidu
and this one?
And the court now, Okapedem.
What's the key clarity? I mean,
that be clarity.
Okay, so these are one or say a declaration that all reports, decisions, investigations, and conclusions made by oral are unconstitutional and therefore null and void. 2, a declaration that all prosecutions arising from oral's activities are unconstitutional. 3, an order directing the Attorney General to halt all actions stemming from oral's operation until the Supreme Court rule on the case. 4, an order for a full audit of all public funds spent on oral activities. And then 5, an order to surcharge individuals involved in oral for any government expenditures identified in the audit.
Kojo, I think it is about time some countries and I say you're not law. In your Arabian medical hospital.
That no crack up a such as yesterday.
That been your Arabian hospital. Your Arabia or why I say I'm finding community to say be area. And just give example. Kojo. Only say anytime anything that will affect MPP can continue the court.
Really?
Yes. Who took John a friend said John Mahama's second term of coming to court?
Ken.
I did affect MPP. Say, remember, Tumpo Biano, it's Ken that they led that agenda. Eh? So, where a young one was say, was he a Sikanoa, a month for Viano? Mamu nka wansem. National service sika no amount for agye to mu say see this kind of sika. Ye this sika no ebi mo e pacha wo say sika no kwa ebi ni omo nje meboa. Kan say de bi o musika na mo de ba mo mfa nko. Mo sika musika no. Ghana men di ho echi. Ba ono na asem na wo ka say identity na ka ora we campaign mu. Tam na ka ora wan kokko to so. Oni so wan kokko to ora so campaign. Because it was campaign promise. Wan kokko to so. I feel amount for year two amount because initially they dare us say ye ni bibia etimi aye of aura meboa. In fact they dare us. Say as about ye can a campaign message. Na obi a ni wa betimi aka say waye we. I feel man with reality. Until what the court e dey say monche amo amawie sika mo say the scan e ba no mamo fa scan nko. Na can say wo court we ade court be wie no. Ena amo kokra po no sikana ya se wo ora oso ate se amanfo na andisika enti sika na oso see da bia oso mu ndisika by force because one ndisika omo ndisika o wo say den ta man ndisika oso say sika na man ndin so yen san charge mu so man ndisika. I think that I will allow essbenMaakye kwese be to be court. Anybody can go to court. It's fun. You go to court, you understand idea can answer. I agree. I have known say anybody who has been in the other Yoko cells and now cells the piano nsubansi ni kasa.
Saying.
O me there me come answer.
Yeah, but I think obi call a cells about Oh, okay. So in regards to who are you?
Oh, minimum say a month for minimum say Supreme Court time and I call Supreme Court time about 2013 court.
Yeah.
Can ex-convict no be on.
Yes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're implying that. Okay.
So I agree.
Into Osha we need case be as
Oh, in America say obi andi sika o say on this sika case be no. Ora no so a campaign message. In fact, enye ye win elections we na ye kan ora asem o. You say obi a wo diga na sika bia no e ba e beji on sika. O man pe na now do any kenkranche. O man catch the Ghana for o ba anas principle.
Yes.
And anas principle nya ora. Eye ora ni brofo obi di na ono to dey say ono o ye anas principle. Jomama say obey ora. O see Jomama dia no dey enko court. But who dey na wo ye no say anas principle no me enko court.
Okay.
Kojo. You see, when you have a good government, you allow people to air their views. It's
all right. Matemebana, what my views on a park now if you remain into the Galamsey issue, no, but we're still waiting for a lawyer Kessben, member of the campaign, Kent campaign team and so member of the MPP communication and also Atenase na ya de ashishe so on. Good morning, Mr. Preko. I'm Franny Electricals. Okay, my kind what do you know? This one is coming from Kojo Kili Bobo at Jobo Men's Fashion Agogo Boase Asante Achim or see good show where oral okay ni we no amban we into make sure say or the that can na ebeba. Now I've seen teacher constitution. We are say Ghanaians are gradually losing faith in the NDC government. I urge MPP supporters to refrain from internal attacks and focus on decent campaigning after the primaries. Let's unite behind the winner. Meanwhile, where is the 24-hour economy promised by JDM? What happened to Nkokon Ketenkete policy? The 120 Galamsey fight promise has exceeded its deadline. JDM and the NDC owe Ghanaians answers on these critical issues. Greetings to Mr. Owusu Bempa Koka, JFK and Afeso Honorable Maybis in Cancer Bwedu. And also Nadia or the Ebani. Keep your messages coming in and I'll read all of them for you. Text messages and Afeso WhatsApp messages in Inano. Now, Madi, may sure say we share excerpts of what is happening at the Public Accounts Committee, and I'm sure so you've taken time to also read some of these things that are really truly happening. And again, any share Public Accounts Committee, I say, and kind of things that really happen, especially with the civil service, public servants, technocrats that we have and all. What's your take on all these matters that are really happening again?
Kojo, for me, I think that either say Park Nankasano, we should really look at it.
Okay.
I think that we should really look at it. Akoye one too many to me they be a better nasi abisa questions and usually a deal will be a 3-4 years time and then they become one self. But this is a country where we have internal auditors. You have external auditors. Oh, may say you when you know. I feel on other general I do from a say, I say, my dear Mokai, when I finish a year. So you ask yourself, why in a 20 to get to this point? For us even to put resources as our mind, say a bit as a live telecast. Now, the other responding, because usually it's not the person who acted on the issues.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Until we respond. In fact, so one yes, you because you know what you want to respond on.
And no
victim, no. But in your no. So for me, I think that we have heard stories. I TTA offer as COVID scanner for the up to date one tissue offer. In fact, me the friend said the obi owu yes. And ya back home. And omudia na ba ye can one step. But this is the time we can say, yes, politicians shouldn't be involved, yes. But this is the time between 2022 up to 2024. You catch a 6 term because of Ghana card and you've been to be ghost name, baby. So that person can he claim, say, and he goes to a system now, yeah, no, Juma. Could you understand? These are the reality. Yes, somebody sat there. Obikache said they be because of buy a Ghana card in T. They say to be a ghost name. Yeah, you ghost name a free.
Yeah, clean system.
A clean system, no. But people has brought us ghost name, ghost. And you say, wow, you was in Mikoye. You validated your say I for 26 months. No, be this scanning coin. So I think that we should start looking at it because Sikase and a free mo. And how much do we even spend the live telecast that we do? For me, I think that we should start looking. Perhaps if say a few women a year, we should be doing the auditing of this affair within a year program be a 6 months be an at least it will reduce this thing. But 3 years, 4 years, if you could have on minister because always the persons you will see because minister number what's the frame minister 4 minister betina auditing with
that be
what betina
that's what I say.
What you say? So yes, we we are resetting the country. Certain things must be looked at. Certain things for me, I think that certain things must be looked at because I say story in a say yeah, questions, very good questions. You, in fact, you say, but you better say, oh, I said, have you ever sat again to hear about that issue again?
Ebiane say or say ya call lunch any per diem 46,000 akas omo declare akas 6,000 and okay 6,000 obi say we him fan the obekan so
you declare say we dey even ma the lunch the back with the same cost obi dokunu say na conference amudi here for IMF sika dokunu say na mo say amudi dokunu ni wache say almost celebrate IMF sika. Have anybody asked tell us how much he spent? Yes, you see, yes, it's for me. I think that it's for me. I look at all this like say will be a free moon becomes a lesson to us. The why how do you take care of yourself? But these ones it's always repeated.
Yes,
these stories. Sure, we'll go back from now to the about 5 years, 10 years ago. These stories now yet in there, yatida. Yeah, stories yet we na yati.
Or call or the state car call waton car no cheap. new car, yeah, the brand no all corner
no. Obi to quine and just on to quine. Yeah, na.
Or that's so to state accommodation
the same story na because I didn't answer because yenye be right as all mine. Yenye be right. When we start doing it right and then push it to the people, say whoever involved in it, now you say mra and in yeah. I believe say we'll start seeing changes. The same story I hear kind in there. Obi could do lunch. I want to be counted 6,000. Ma obi small be the same person I can say no. One small be say koto the driver on koto I did not be answer. Oba pamune free jumamo. You take action on him. Say subana wudi need. I don't like it. Masuma oba no sikano untimi yano until me you flow. The same person no. Yes. But what man can try? We clap now. On the free crap on the next day crap. The next week sorry one. So yeah, well Muslim work mosque or yeah church work church. One of the people they applaud him. I think that although I believe that these things live telecast is to name and shame, but we are not shaming the right people.
I get you.
We're not shaming the right people. Because the way of validation, now I better now when I can say where any validation no. Many walk on the area, Mas Alexander Sana, Tizabia, Sikabia Obe Chicha, where Sana, one for Sika. At least,
so Nipananka some better.
So a minister, my minister, maintenance. I want us to see, say a minister, even to 3 years, why your mind or Kangana, we should call him to come and sit in to respond to the issues. On any director or I want to say director, no director, now yeah, but my guys say, I did make sure you, make sure you, but minister, I can see me yet. And I think it's a lesson to all of us. And if you look at the kind of sika, usually as our mind.
It's serious, oh, Madi.
Which means Ghana was sika no, but you ask. Shall I when I was this fourth estate, lotteries, sika
yes, good causes,
good causes, you know. Obeko the same crowdfunding 200,000 in your man. Obeko portos or mofie him. Their community that they are coming from, they are dying for water, potable water. But somebody has just shared the money. Then we still go back to ask for resources. It is easier for people to dash money. It's all the system. I think the system must allow for Myanmar people to do things and go away with it. You should know how to deal with big men. You should know how to talk. You should know how to dress. You should know how to talk. Why free? Why free? This is Omaya Yomu. And we ourselves, we normally applaud the same people. And then, my uncle said, Minister B, NISA, then to embrace and people will come and defend him. The same people who ever say, the same people will go march and then go and stand and sit on the floor, say they be Argentina. You are not Argentina, NISA. The very main example say, yes, it will be, won't say, man, 50 million Ghana cedis. No, be a now say a demonstration. But the same person has a brother, Nani brother Dika. No police are friend, brother. Obedina police, a man trace can hear Jano. Yes, I could do. We don't experience those days. It is even difficult than 50,000 bill. Yes. So you say, I'm Jessica. No, I see, but I say, one done it. Yeah. But when you say, Sikano, what Dicano, yes, it's a bunch, yeah, beer, Jano. Who will be seeing for now, amount for Talomon Pescambra. People are demanding money at the police station before releasing somebody suspect. We are seeing that one, but the same person who gone through this strategy, this struggle, he will go and demonstrate for somebody and say, "Oh, the man fidges can go. Oh, the baby better work." Very
interesting.
Yes, you see,
very interesting.
So these are the issues, Kojo. We, it's all of us. We make things look like. As if, sorry to say that we are not serious.
Almost starting jelly.
Me say, Kojo, obi ay di bone. You say oba ye no. Fa bibi twetche say, madi akodi bone. You say Kojo, betche say, bet ba jina madi. But the same Kojo no, obi di ka e wo fie na e betche no a. You say betwe sika na say na ye no.
Yes.
Then the same Kojo Anamadi no always say no. A cheap obila as if a document brand angel what got the Moses ascension away and sa. But who brought at the police station I one needs cover to Yano. Nobody demonstrated for him. Nobody is crying for him. These are the reality. Until we started resetting to get to this point.
Yeah.
We'll be using people will use us for
I get it.
It's me public accounts committee. In the it's a live telecast.
Yeah.
But I don't think many people now watch it too much. But except among for because it has become more of the same old stories.
Churning out.
Churning out. And stories that we hear the almost 30 years in our democracy are still people are still doing same thing. Ninkitwa muni o.
Yeah.
Ninkitwa muni. Otie ofa national service there na ofa covered sika no a man for pa ya shuri ga na sika. E be transaka tra up to date.
Heading. Madi Jabrona Motene Kano Oye Deputy National Director of Elections and IT NDC KK lawyer Sebe Ebetanasi and Chekra, member of the MPP campaign, member of the MPP communication afeso or Ken campaign team no ho and also Ebetanasi na fe ye di enkomo ye pa chepam say menkan show say entire die ayana materials unye bia ese fata se unye obi obetimi apam ne ye pa ama wo na se wenye obi obepam ne ye ama wo ayana ha adwene ye pa na obohu se na ho kyerɛw na bibia wo hye na se anko yie wo se yempa ha yemfa ha yenye ne sei dabi ukọ eye chepam hono ma opam no excellent ono na ye your best eye custom tailor papa ewo Ghana memu hanom se efa asori eye efa parties weddings church occasion bia woko bia no na uhia eye obi obepam watare ma ye pa na efo na fesu benya efi bia ni ho a na ye chepam ene se woni no edi enkomo na se woni chepam di enkomo de tie ne so obetimi aba ho abeje material ne kra na wasan akopam amaw opam wie so obetimi ede amaw ana ono a ede beba na woso waje watare din na bibia etumi akoyi umpewe na opedien ya freno on 020 683 7738 020 683 owo awoshi market honom na obehu eye chepam ba freno so a bibia wo bia no obeba eye chepam or say your custom tailoring on home come on amino ADA no saso and I make a sure say what we hear a collateral now they acquire juma we hear collateral na ode akwesi awa na otumi acquire business papa na say be so business akwa anymore na ujuma bia pese wudie bia no watumi akodie no unya baby a obekọ na unya obi anene be kasade na woni Eclipse collateral management for enkodi enkomo saso na wa japade nkrata da ho ye genu sabi ehya adaka ma wontumi fanya hwe na wusi ho no ma no munsuo na wada wono munsuo na wada na wahram komodo mepacho ye betene eye wo property no into eye money and ye be transform amount awuso benya kakra odi ebedidi ni na eye Eclipse collateral management for asem enameno eken so hiomo na ono modi nkomo na wahwede ewo mu nyina ko eye adenta barrier mu ben eye Medimosis hospital no ehonom enomo announce say wa wonim West African SHS ewo adenta ehonom no won ho pe onsa ebeka eye Eclipse collateral management for ewo ehonom announce person from na we proper direction na feel so no mudi nkomo ye pa dia eye 054 383 2466 054 383 2466 na oni omo endi enkomo na yenhwe de omo so ometumi aya omo ede ebeboa o text messages ni bi no making kind ni nyina ewa hanom amaw ye beko na fa edi enkomo ewo eye galamsey no so but let me read this one coming in or say good morning, you are doing amazing work, but I want the NDC panel to come out with promises that has been fulfilled by JM. In fact, your depths deep in politics, you will see that MPP agenda always help everyone. Greetings to Honorable Eduse Poku Frank, former best DCE in the Sonafo South, and also lecturers and students in nursing class in a best university in Ghana at Kessben University College. Okay, yes, indeed, that's the best university. From Clement inside Nobeko Ahafo region. On also Nedia or de Ebaye and no. And then this one says, good morning. All the Chinese warehouses in okay, I'll read that one later. I'll say, good morning, Kojo. You are doing a good job for the betterment of reducing the unemployment rates in this country. Let's go for Ken. I am T Bread from Apam. Okay, Apam. I went to Apam Secondary School in Tesla. Na maybe Chiamopa. Morning to you all. In fact, I like your program, Pa. You can call my MP on your program. Please, my MP is doing good, Pa. In Ahanta West by DJ Makoranka from Radio Ahanta, Agona Ahanta. Thank you so much. Keep it up. Okay, so I have a one pinena manesa name my friend na medina ba studio ma na Ahanta for ina so mahumo MP na fe muso moneno edi enkomo. 58 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. Kessben 92.9 in our face, so Kessben TV, and then on DSTV channel 364, and then on Go TV channel 121. On Facebook Kessben 92.9, Kessben 92.9. Okohonoma Sabekan. All your messages and text messages in ano making kind of amount from there. Madi Yemra the fight when it comes to Galamsey. So there've been series of programs your government in power. Edia toto honoma or shese bitumi aboa ama enyema etumi akoyie. And then I think the latest that came in had to do with the state of emergency, of which me myself and I went to ask that particular question media encounter and then I confirm same way in aba boba. But today I saw a statement coming from the presidency. President has also moved another step again. After declaring the state of national security zones, he has moved forward again to say that, listen, all the CSOs regards to these mining issues in Inano, I want to meet all of you, all the CSOs, for us to discuss again or go or move on to another level when it comes to the illegal mining and so and when summer echo and the benina. Your take on all these matters, and then let's look at what even the MPP went down there to do. Miracle Abaji Dems went to is it Aguna or so, where they were showing showing us evidence of how water you're destroying and all those things. Now they say evidence is the base. Evidence basis is what we're looking for now. Any comment on these illegal Galamsey mining issues?
Could you?
Yes, sir.
As of mine, we are all concerned. Say our environment, say whatever it is, everybody should concern. I remember some time back, Uba Anya, EDC Daya, Oko areas like Amasama, that is where people do the sun winning. Now, Manfo say, no crap on one of the areas, your environment. So when it comes to water, it becomes a serious issue, sir. You look at it. However, I would say, and I would dare say, nanka diye yes say as NDC John Draman Mama nanka John Akufo-Addo ni ba omian MPP ye 10%. Kojo, nanka by now we are not here. Nanka we are 10%. Nanka we are not here. Kojo, if you say, yeah, ye Galamsey issue. I started when, in fact, now I'm for a year mining, but a normal pigas, chauffeur in the pigas. But when Ghanaians started using excavators or mining mono, now around 2014, 2012 more, and I'm for started say, hey, you sue excavators to the form. In fact, at that time, during the same time, John Dramani Mahama, Chebi. So it could be a water project be for 5 communities. Chebi. But what can we helicopter na call ye? We go do a catch it say. Nana no mo. And yama ye can say a man for say no. Who former unhuni. Mami issue helicopter by ye no. Now kwa say Chebi hakwapo kwa say headquarters of Galamsey o. Kojo. The people of Chebi took offense on John Mohammed's statement. Omo nto ombu and steady ade adwuma maka ye. Ama they request say o mampeni be pachaw. Nye maye nye campaign e wo kuro no mu because you gu sa kuro no mu fi. But that was the reality. In fact, because of that, NDC started now that the minister, regional minister, was Eastern region. Now Yoba, now she's the MP for Kwanta because Madam Adjuan Toso. Now minister Eastern region. Then we started this excavators. Excavator she. It came to the point Krapo say won't me excavator Krapo ebe she no. I'm going to make her say a politics in Tina. She the excavator. This took us and lost elections. MPP buy no, Kojo. MPP buy no. Now media started say, I think we are more for starting and can stop sa Galam's issue in zona starting. That was the time now we do in Sawana. Before we do in Sawana, over call Sawana Kromono. Now billboard the BC yeah Densu River, blue. That time that in zona started say and another do say, oh no, say media for Ghana for a Casano. Oh no, a show man. Now what did the presidency bet to so? At the Ayegala, a stop Galam say. Kojo, where did the then they now even went to introduce what you call community mining. Now community mining, they say, in fact, a month for you say, I say, no, more than that we want to see. Now do you afraid? After election 2020 elections, the first project that now do Ashanti region. Okoshia Otunfo, Osmani minister. That time now on the first minister of environment. No apparently because not before 2020 elections, you know, not party for I can say Jaimen chicks excavators because party yeska. So when MPP won election again, now don't listen to the party. And can say party yeska inti free pomp party jumano. Because who now who person obey jumani nya hanu nya doctor asem na yeka. Wa appointee Abu Jinapo. Meboa. And Abu Jinapo ko Kumasi. So ka share Otunfo. No atro krata se na person na Otunfo nkasa. O ka sa story no. Say Otunfo twantro. Pa say galamse no dey be ye o but ka say ye yade. Ono Otunfo say okay ma menua obetena say o say a friend say me wo fa say ade a mo tro ba ye no me ntena ha ntro ase mo ka mo a mo te ha no dodo no mo nim say mo na mo say asase na me bo Kojo na do ni bufu ye na de ni fu say oko dada of 241 no 2022 and one intact law say me ka we na mo nje na say kwapo forest kwapo e kodi mu Kojo na do say me ka na want here say forest kwapo me ma law na yanko forest yanko di mu na 2022 dey enact law say yanko forest under whose watch na do that time yeah ka say I didn't I serious no na MPP we catch that say yetin kran yeti Kessben essbenMaakye and e kasa ye nim de asi to sami jemfi ka say say be sa de na kra for nti ase o and na sami jemfi e ko nso na ni maka say nso na ye ka wan asem no enie enti say no evidence ni ho asem ye ka no asem no enie o e ho en America bo age e ka say mo pese ye stop galamsey and state of emergency better because we say you born yantimi bibi ebioma na se circle amount for we phone or circle and it say yen stop obi a wo ye circle ejuma en phone circle na amount for nye sike free let me say we ntimi stop o you will not stop them today moraka boaje o si me hu nsuo no ba me fi obi a the MPP minister MP Ebeka said debi galam say omu jaya because omu jaya omu try omu ye wejuma in 2020 no they lost more seats so they will not allow it to happen. See, this time around no, they will do it na po e can so mbeye so all of them on it in fact ba onyakura po ka say debut say come be inaugurate coordinator or minus for my campaign me bo 2024 elections. These are things that they did. That is why Ghanaians are say one team any way na no and your first state of emergency into so. No more be anko obi. So that at least we know say yenye bibia wo because Ghanaians were giving them ideas. In fact, yes she ket jemfua excavator ye ka say excavator ye hu bi da why not change it for another issue yet all these suggestions came nanado and yet so the reason we call for contest na say the state of emergency because you have more opportunity why we say we way you have more enact law and they say for law to sooner and because it got to a point nanado work actually say a contaminate yenye bibi o no na the minister catch say ye bibi o meboa Kojo in fact to go to the point omuka say baby ekodo no ye ntimi hu forest na ye say no nti nanado say ye $3 million ekoto drone Kojo drone no muto e amount of drone so all these
because minister is saying that on drone be
drone and all these things again for who know is okay and the any simple yeah can say law na e man no you should say state of emergency to so that was the contest we brought in but yes idea nanka oye hu adwuma nanka man form bisa those issues so when we came in government it started say game pa na ye how a wo a man for timi asase medical culture say na man for timi asase bebre na excavators Kojo and aban say a man for the excavators eba o man bebre no obi antimi nche de enti a wo the excavator eba enti me yan hihye say so obi excavators eba kire de odo koye uta kire say me de koye say adwuma we na adwuma papa na odo koye a e mo track akora po so trust that stage no a ebecho once you are withdrawing these excavators amount for to me be brain no it means you are say no amount for ekowa e the excavator ko no a ebejai mebo akojo so what solve adia elma because na mine no e yeda wo na amount for e galamse ndada but excavators no amount for e use no say na open no and amount for na SSI issues no the mama say me ye we again o say me ma blue guard the friends guard for I should say na ye nsuo no mo issue say betimi ama nsuo no mo ayefe ya start say ye hu ebi so na ye has dey bi o ye we no amount for the mining no they will still have to work but let's have responsible mining yenye policies so so na ye nuanu mu ekwehwe obonkwa e so no Kojo in any country say oh yeah policies be and now your program be no be lady no was should no call so the only thing the people do they follow up to do it and get it done well because they be my example for ko Easter first am for ko a just Easter kakanamuko then Jake be minister of tourism
yes
and then aid wo ko
Ferdinand
enokonya accident e wonjinem
yeah
that made Ghanaians to feel say no to continue program now and that has made it so in effort to solve this calamity and there 8 gallant Ghanaians ministers of state plane crash also it shows the effort among and those things then now you find onipa na worker say they be in some almost free hoson na konyanko nsuo no o say na ye blue in 2024 o say according to Miracle Boaje o say na Ghana nsuo bia no na tache bia nimo sa na wokan wo into no wa ko in last 2 months wo ko no nsuo no say no atache ba mu enti eye NDC engworo mo forgetting say the same nsuo no a year ago on one kasa minister ni party for a government e coordinate nsuo na nsuo no asay Kojo the same nsuo no the same place on kojina here no the same area and na MPP for kojina here ko show say abebiade no kodi no ye be nya nnem bebre ade aye asese nsuo in fact that is why Sawam na your friend say the Osho Ghana water is no o ka kira say omu nya ndro bebre betimi ahoro the nsuo it was in 2000s that time na so no asay you but Miracle Boaje ka say yenkoto asha any so clean never go so na huru in the na so na white esi amom Kojo see even when you stop even the galam says they find say obi anya adwuma bia no our waters will not change in just even a month. Only the reason. Only say brief teteno yen so enim bia no o say yura ewo nso enim enti nso eto a efi no yura no block no. Today we have taken all those things, so mud will continue coming into our waters until we start putting even say ebe protect our water banks, you know. We will continue having those dirty waters. When those who live in Accra, those who lived in Accra so about 30 years, say so to, in so na no, teche omo until say amount for start say yebubu wager, sa popo no, yebubu oyarefa popo, yebubu eburi popo, esisi dan, yebubu of say in so na eto a, you and be and so be attache na eba. So watch our waters in Accra now. Kojo, these are some of the challenges, but we are committed to make sure say galamsey e best stop. In fact, today our forest 9 forests krapo abino timiaji 9 forests nanka America boaje mu party na woso a nanka ya tra 9 no kwapa e say bibia ka
oh e bia no nkomo maye
they are not interested. What shows yeti wuntimi on galamsey issue America mu echo parliament omu jaga na adwuma echo tena your friends say e form ewo yoko we kan kranti hu we enko court nka say ye tue bi mu ko parliament no omu ko ye demonstration of form against that obi say assassin. So we are committed. Yes, there's expectation on NDC to deliver because they believe in the leadership now here. Yeah, but no in the Jamia Domina parliament resume law no I man for a forest in Mokrapo. We are working on it in the Yatimia put to say all the mining areas, you know, better about a security zone now. The way we approach is different from any security zone. It's all the approach we accept the call for say NDC today, resolve the issue today, resolve the issue. We accept it. 8 months now, make us say 8 years. Atimia say kunyankunsu. And there a friend say miracle body to me cause kunyankunsu no to me say all free December 7th for no. Now so no how no ko bu so no. Oh, so na blue. And now on NDC by no ekoye sa issues no. We have a challenge. Our waters must be clean. That one, no two ways about it. The government will work on all these things. It's a promise.
And you deliver?
Oh, we will deliver. We will deliver and deliver it well. Kojo may say we go on to prevent people bringing excavated to use it anyhow. Then the rate of destroying our lands to stop.
Okay.
That land. In fact, in there, no crap no ayedi bakrapa ye kasi ma ewo ebo no ayedi ko ibikrapa obi say amount for ejeji eko. But once you put in these measures all the trackers to so you start to say man nyama na ayedi ye mine no crap you are stopping it. You get a bronze say with the galamsey issue. Yes, we work on it.
Okay.
But say NDC I can say and in the year I've given you the issues na eba ya they could do sa stage up to the point and now they will catch tun for chantro and now tun for say chantro no tun for say
sana minister na kai
okay and then tun for o say me wafa nsem na wo pese me nka debi o say debi o Kojo
say nsem me o pese me kan nya no na me
chantro no I am not that level. You don't put words in my mouth.
And I will find it.
My understanding.
Your understanding. Is that?
And also understanding, no. Okay. Your understanding say, obey fear now. In break, I say, "You for chalonim, chale, you find my." Say me yes, I also want to applaud the president. Measures now offer tomorrow to invite the CSOs on Friday. Obeka say why? We are in this country. I saw for crop sorry, Kojina mining Ebonpayo.
Yeah, Mekai.
Okay. So men Kojina Ebonpai be. Let's bring the ideas and say this is how we believe we are doing a right thing. Oh, now I see the watcher asano when him say until so bra. Now for also can say yes, but these are the issues. But where it gets to do what you have to do, we'll do it and get it right.
Okay.
But I promise, say, the Galamsey issue, inshallah. So then you guys said the last 2 months, I'm saying me friend Okrapo, MPP Elanchi say Dumso National Dumso Day. Kwasoro ko bon pa say because na e ka say be say your mama say me solve sa Dumso issues we. Say omo spelling is well. Onu say so ko chiro dum so no MPP omo yi di ni free ho. Sa. Omo ntimi spell it.
Yeah. You come 18 minutes past the hour of 9. You didn't come and check. But I'm a mask on name. You better answer no. Lawyer Abetina say, Wababe Kayan Sassi. Pacho Bibia Bokode. Bibia fine. Bibi is here in our watching. Nice one. My name must confirm we na fi yemra also na yemedin come. Must con. Bia Bokode.
Oh, nyamia domini.
Ye ton sasi papa. Yenko.
Yo, me da say ebusian for yemfa enchia sonko a emodru emfree Imascon Estate Ghana Limited aso ye emrew. Ena no pay baby bia wo hwa yen e wo Kessben TV so ne Kessben FM so no. De ye kan se Nyankopon won hyiraw na won ton kwanem afen so wo meska emrew botom sade be ye ska ba botom a minim sa adwene ba ko a eba wutrim e kan de ho dada no ene se won so wo ye nipa yi e wo so otimi esi dan ba ko bi anam ye nu bi ana obi company bi sade be ya wo no abusia mon so mo won kyerem de bia da e wo ba bia mo de mutri beto ene empodi be ma mo nsa atumi akoma no eno nti Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye bo sampa ye we ema wia na afem ya saka e de ato aso se susu for land promotion no e ba na wie ye enhyan sonko a yaye e de agu akwan mu ye de ton sase papa e de am ye customers wo bi bia da wo tianka ena no peso metobie no sa enhyan no e ba na wie ye eno nti no de ye kan se bibi bia da wo je baby bia da wo ko bia da no enke akoma so ade ne se wo bejai na watu anamon sonko abaya so ye sade be ya enhye papa ede agu akwan mu no wonso betim de ho abebo yen no anya mfa so pa ede afri so every say Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ensase papa ye pon wutewro ya sansasi e wo Tripoli e wo Greater Accra region ya emu onse Tripoli American no e wo tema ani dowenya kwan so se wo tra eye tema kakra bi na so ko anim edru dowenya onse hono ana Central University ewo so ana Saglemen affordable housing ewo we free Saglemen po elko Tripoli baby a Imascon for yensas ne ewo no just a stone throw just a kwan enwa we di for no elko baby yensas ne ewo no 5 minutes drive or pe 5 minutes pe na we see man na wadru eno nti emu obi ena daw ene mpomi kan obi aka de ato asom se ehɔ no de kwan ne wa ana okwan el voter region ana onkra tese mesrew emu obi na da wo de biara da ebisa bia me kan wansem yi eni pompo tete wono dada company akase e wo kwan no so a echese ya tete hɔ no ama no atokuro dada me se amanfo tete hɔ no enu nti ensuo ne nkane mpa wodi bedi dwuma e wo bra wasu da na wie no ne nyina no aye kradon efise woni onom te ayen sase ne enche wonom no womu nyina no yakɔnete bi e de ama wonom ebusia yen sase enwon krata asem nyina ta eye genuine enu ntina de bia me pa me ka cho se empo asojafo binom enya gidie ene arehwemu ewemu womu di achi akoyen sase ne so akwa sade esitie am womu di bia di kan aba beto asem am ye de womakɔ akote womu de e de ama wonom ya momu kwan eso womu nso womu dan no ewo so de obi apeso ye bia wo so ya momu kwan se wonom enye ewo so fi senhye papa yewo edima amanfo ni ebi eno no eno ntimi nua wutie me edian ana wotena se atwen emre na so eno ntimi srew bomade agya de wo ye bia da na bra na won so fa wo behyem susu for land promotion na ma won so atimi anya kwan na watimi ato asase papa bi na bedu brebe no wo do safo be kire amansan se enam Imascon Estate Ghana Limited so men so me safo aniem matumi aba be ye efiewura minia mami papa wutie me na wo hye me yensasa ye kan wansem yesi seeing is believing so on would when you want ana wuji ana abo controfin so say me so man enemy enu nti bomadi abra Kessben TV so yen sas no ane yedi nyina egu ho no mu ese bra ne behye na wonso bedi wa dance ese de ye ka no enya atrosam enya bosem kasam wei eye bra di amanfo ekọ asase ne so no mu koye sadi asase ne esitie na me ne wudu asase ne so woni beje ebisa asase no ye wa nua puduo wo so a eye fita na sa nua puduo no eno ne yese wodi ebra ne beto asase no na anua na ewos no dwi ne fa so de show block so wodi si dan no wodi ye dead your person wodi ye biada no ye ma ho kwan esa dwi anua no ne fa wowura hope gati wono ne pani kwantrefo ya wada imaskon admakoi ano wose wono wanye nipa bonefo say wo pani pass no obia wo pese obi biada etimi to asase ne bi na ne ho enche no e woni siemu ntino se wo ya ne ho dad ayi dua buroni say wo ba beto asase person e de amount no wan say dua na anu akogu ba bi no waton de amount no wose wonye sadin de biara da enu ntino wo de yese bra na beto asase no na anua na e wose no dwi nefa ya de opesa wo ye na wo dan no watimi asia wie ne kamamu amani dia sonko aba apart from anua na de che wo no yesi etu abura kase enso ewo asase ne so a ensu a wodi besi wo dan no se edan wo si afri asase so edi akopem nyame ani edan dodo bia wo si ewo asase ne so no ensu a wodi besi ye de che wo free wontu akapre ana dama ewo ho afen so ye pese adwuma ye ne edan so enu nte no ye nsase no won sehwe ye gisu fita edi amount said ye beya enya afei ana akwa ka ekofo bi kofa grader say nipa no o me charge o ebasa wo bebre enu nti no ya to ye bu ase adwi asase no so kama ya ye demarcation nyina so ewo so said ye beya wo nkyere wo ewo enuoma bi mu wo be ko bi no de yeso no asase no kwa ye nwi so ana baabi adu bokwa akowura ya tro asase no suni no minia wankasa wo ba wo be wadwen se unko obio ebisami amene wo kasamidi kan edi amanfo bidie no mu achi ekon sade esitiam na mempeseme se wo bi adwuma efise ye nyina adwuma baako ana ye yem enti dia me kan se wo de nyagidie ene arehwemu ewo imaskon estate Ghana limited ye adwuma koi emu na bra fa wo be se susu for land promotion ya ye bon dawre mu na beto asase pani bi na wonso ebedu brebi me se wani bagye amwo bodawra ton yen edi amama nsan de ho adanse minia de atene se wudru asase ne so a ya ye demarcation am kan ya yi akwa de ato ntamu ya yi bi e de ato no ma ye ba be si police station wo bambonti ye ba be si school e wo so wo ba no ba bi obekọ school afa market any shopping mall ya obetimi akwa no na so akwa di wudwam ana event center hono so no edu brebi sa wo ware ana wo di dwumadie bi obetimi akwa han hono kama na won so watumi ama bibia wo ye hono mo eni wasetem no ayemre edi amawo ensuo eni atache eni yensase ne so ensuo ni atache ebi ni yasase ne so yensase ne so engubi pa yase anansa amenamnemu ana afenso engubi portifi no akase bi ensuo to anamfama jampam turubi fa ebepam daso da bi yensase won dem te se park so won dem te se desert so anunti ana yenuanu binu frado traba ma beton sase no makuma 32 plot ya was what dey a sports complex said ye be ya that chan come bi no wo betete omon besi akan ama oman kan so akoso ne anunyam said ye guso a ye nyan eno nti abusia de american se ye nsase no wo ha biada eni ho ana hye so say langard sam ene ebrosam mekun mawia wasase afan saniyoma no nyame adom ye nsase no ebi ne so efrise ansa na nsase no beka ye nsa no ne yedi kan ne wo hene ana abusia pani biada wo mata wo mu no ye ne no edi wo nkoma me ye nkrata asam nyinada akoyie kama edi amayen ya register nyina so lands commission dimu enti ensas ne register lands esanso title lands and ye officer title eda so mini amami fa no bayi emaum na fa mi fa price ntu dwane yen sori so na yenko no ma edikan no 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 the chatro no 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 na the attention and sas no one plot no 32,000 cedis eno nti yesi di kan efa emu 8,000 Ghana cedis ebeto asem with the 8,000 to asia enhyane se do bokɔ asase ne so ye kɔ akotwa wo de e de amawo ni ama wo kwan sa hyase ne Sudan e wo so enti ugusa wo ye so adwuma no on se scan ebeka 24,000 cedis na me nua ma me ni papa 24,000 cedis na ebeka no ye se bosima akoma 24 ya so okeka boma eye 2 years enfiem ye numu a ane ye di si wo ni spread e de amawo se wo de bosimi bia no ma ye 1,000 cedis pe 1,000 cedis pe kopem se 24 months a 2 years ne beso no na nyame ahye ne ho enumnyam na watimi atua wie sanso ana wo pe half plotter yam watimi wode betwa de am afisi ye do eno nso 16,000 Ghana cedis 16,000 cedis enum no an ye sidi kan fa emu 4,000 cedis beto asem wo de 4,000 to asem no se do kwa asase ne so ye kotwa wo de e de amount ye ma kwansa hyase Sudan wo so uguso a wo ye so adwuma no na 12,000 e beka no eno nso bosoma akoma 12 ya eye 1 year and ye this was spread the amount as say wo de bosome bia no bre ye 1,000 cedis kopem say 1 year ne beso no na no nso nyame ahye ne ho animnyam na 12,000 matumi atua wie yes say wo pe anwa ne bia ka ho say wo pe blocks ana say wo pe gravels abosia ya de besu dan no nso ye mpese obebre wo de bra ye nchen eno nso ne wo ye nhyehyeyem di kan fa kakra to asese de ai asase de asitie na no ni amfa sa no manyina mawo na fesu de na oguso wusie no na de aka ne wo hye ya wote ase no wo twa ne kakra e de amayen ebusia wo bie no oton san so Ghana hanuma we be ya de fefe we e de amawo emre na so enu nti omade abra fa be hyem susu falan promotion bia nkoye mawo de numbers ni bi obra ye koyim eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and at the chat on 0209 155 437 0209 155 437. Your office was Printers Road, Community 18 Junction. Yani Allied Filling Station, all council the dim shenimu. Yasan Benke, Ebsenunti Imascon Estate Ghana Limited. Susu Falan Promotion, Fabisham, now so Edani Fura, Onyankopon, on Shramunina.
Yeah, that's 9:30 is the time. Now, Wise Man from Mankasim says that NDC must know that this 9-day wonder is a thing about them. What happened to decongestion in Accra? Honorable Kojo Preko needed evidence. So that's exactly what Miracle Awaje did. What is this NDC man talking about? Where if you Wise Man, Mankasim Honum, and now or de Ebaye. My intio. Ma disi on kasebium. Nyado be kasebium. Ono kron kasebium. Wakasa pa. But you say over there. Betika crepe.
Yo, Kojo, mema wachim, mema penny madin so achim free. Any a tif when you have food and my stress only production team in a month and chemi.
No problem.
Emergency be a buy.
Yeah.
Na mesha say free utun for someone madi a kind because next me fa ma bo utun for din the next nana me wachi bebre e o de she kron na meti hey asama ma di kan ne de akwai say ohun say only NDC communicator ma di ne na maintain tisa won ho but almost all the communicators no only any discussion be am be fa ababi am debate no bo say na akwa National Cathedral kakra bebem na ofori atakakra bem no matter the discussion you are having enti ma di nso nim wa ban mu President Mahama penso we so wo mu NDC se wo hwe se sie o ma je party office na si ho o man party office ama party na jabrania ma di oka ho appointments ni other things are air ben na no so obogu so ye den mintimi hu on sorry free office on afi yasum nye den enwe ni ehu say office no adam pan because chairman nam na oye thank you to na we nama no we age appointment na nka party na adam pan aman nti asema pesa me kan say onim say opanyin bia ko program bia say ya prepare speech at the man. That is the normal practice. Opanyin ko baby a say o prepare e bia school bi kra na okwakoka omudi your anniversary. The school will prepare something for you so that you get the background and your friends the history and other things that they want you to talk about. And it's a kobase panyin bi there is a prepared speech and there is nothing wrong with it. And me the example say okokasa topic ade beto ho no NDC need to wa obaka for national cathedral ba galamsey ne national cathedral economy national cathedral ho no de befa baby open no de afa no ye na argument ne fa ho na baby omo de fa ma otumfo no se there be ono so person o kan we ne fa ho otumfo never said say mosimi ntwantro please don't let us do that ma didie I know you will withdraw and apologize at times politicians you try can na asem na yede but for you to say so otumfo kan asem wan kan
me see me ma ana Kojo o say me ko fa say
I wadwi mom there
I say and yes sir
o say me
also no to no the
understanding
that's
man ka say because otumfo say me wa fa say me nka asem a
yes that's what he said
yeah me say me tiase I didn't say otumfo ka say
oh okay
no I didn't say
no tiase yes
and say otumfo person o kire say omu twantro that aspect no kra no yi film anka beboa they going forward ye koye mu yi film beboa because you say the ote yanti the want you say dey so enhu ase kire na e dey say bebre bantu dey yi film me free galamsey honom na maka kakra
yeah
you see there is this levy a call parliament during a Akufo-Addo time a ma ntokwasi parliament atwede bo nyina beba pampan Kojo kai levy kro na ye den levy levy okay ma di say okay and ntokwa by sabra near 137 NDC MPs 137 MPP MPs it is a biblical parliament that's a NDC for no monte asia no magana nyina ti asia sa ade na ekonomo nyeden omonte asia enti say na Sabi MPP akata 87 NDC more than 257 omo jiji bi kura ka ho ne 200 almost 200 yeah obo wa mo emfa no the person no ye but that couldn't have been the case under Akufo-Addo second term because we were all having equal 137 it is the mompe no na musi so ma ye hunu say we mompe the ally you are talking about say Akufo-Addo ye ally me de koko 2 yiwo forest. That is an ally. What it means is that it's a legislative instrument. It wasn't a bill that went to parliament and said here president and parliamentarians and na sa deal we ever told monim. Na say oh yeah ally so the process is a family. After so my drafting a legal team near the no. The committee in parliament that supervises that sector of the economy no. They also go through it, not accept it. So committee is made up of NDC4, MPP4. There should be an approval from that place first. Kojo uti de debi wa 2022. Say, yeah, the LIB aba NDC4 so mompene so. Mo approval ni wa honom. Ye ababa that parliament for 21 days. Kojo me pa chawo. We yan sentroni kese pa. Uti wo kroma say 137 NDC MPs no. Obi asori etia. Eti se mu nyina amakwa akotena se. Parliament and when you're the Akufo-Addo no or semester and I mean it's an ally. Let us educate the public quick. Now 137 say mijitum 137 say mijitum na ababa emra and ne asma can say Akufo-Addo a sign we have separation of powers so it is a sign of model kodia and any betimi aboni bebre ya di kogu do mama so dem say da bi enyo no ya kase do mama na akoyi your friend say Chief Justice said, yeah, there be processes na a year juma. Not in a bill, the monka say, airline, no, a processes and a year juma. And the NDC 137 MPs, oh, Ejitum say, ampa, a day a papa, Monco forest sonum, na Monco a prospect near the Ampesamier. And Timaji, Mr. Let's educate the public. Na ye nyasa Akufo-Addo na dem rabai, na moteho, mo ankashi, ilevia. Na binding him say, ebe boa, ama ne tax base na akosoro. Ni ade aye mpuntudwuma e wo man ni mu no musuro say eno no say basa and some boshe Kufuado kan na obetimi ye ni nyina ye nko IMF ne nasefo nti no eno de mo sorry ti ai basawi mo anka ho hwe obi ante hwe nti mesrew ya ye nhwe ho saa afei so no na menua panyi eka bibi about bail ne nasefo because of my intimate kakakra afa ho. You see, when it comes to the dispensing of justice in this country, it is left in the hands of the judiciary. It's not left in the hands of the police or Yoko or anybody to come and determine, say, Fesika Bibra, one for my men for uncle. So, analogy now, yeah, and so police station, yes, we see all the time. One first can be a mamma, my uncle. One for be a mamma, my uncle. And we're no more, but let's ask ourselves, say, is that the right thing to do? Say, Obiako Yoko for 50 million, bra, 150 million ama. And that's why we issue properties within Accra. And in 50 million, yeah, my uncle. What is bail? Bail is all about ensuring say nipano. Every bia ohiana obefre ni bia no obeba. Ntimazi, when we are new ma menu mienu nyina no ochina ebesa kwati ayen. Enya de dem throw ma yen. It is a bibi ko baabi na enya na aka ho asem. Na one yin so edi nkomo. Ye for MPP asem na minwura ho preko because one the coordinator for Eastern Region. Edi nkomo.
Nwura ho de ono so be
No,
1 minute.
Yes. Medasi baby. In fact, press conference no more MPs. I'm saying now 15.
Yes,
and I'm
15.
declare for Baumia.
Yes.
And 8 in declare for Baumia. Good. Sa 15 no. Media share TV so me hu 8 in the gina ho. Enti binim se twabutuo no my idea na o ma asem a. Kojo kanokore. Unim wo MPC. She omudi mi na na omudi gina ho ASA declaration no. May ye be a 1 or 2 be na me hu say as a confidence that me nim adwuma bi omo ya me hu say we mu de we anase mesi de obi te say Kingsley Agyeman me nim say oye true and true ba omia. Dr. Kingsley Agyeman oye true and true ba omia. After the demeanor of Oma no Maka no Mujina Hono. Kojo, as a yafa, what cha kontomo amene hia oda.
Aye.
What cha kontomo na hia na wuchu mrim say no. As se nipa no asem na kan say ohwe paper so no person mo hwe say no kra asem a ye kan na papa yi kan na. So me hu no na ya mesre party anya me nwanwa say Brian Champon e bae e be ka de o kan ye no. Because you could see say o dey me say play video ni bio na hwe MPs hwe Kojo Ponkroma onim Kojo Ponkroma. Now Kojo Ponkroma di mi na pa original. You granted. So mukuta 65. What? 15 of the MPs.
No, 15 of
Good.
the MPs.
Out of the 23. That tells me, it makes me very happy. Say Kennedy Japan will win Abano. Why? Because last 2 years, 2023, I hear Kosa can see we know. Now MPs say, "Well, net draw so change. Say 25 year, 23 year can." Besides, na Kennedy Japan will saying, not even one MP. Baumia had 100% MPs in the Eastern region. Now, what the omu 80 on bejina also me 15 yan fani nyina amomo. It means about 65%. They have reduced their membership by a whopping 35% straight away. And you can say ya kwi. Oma omope Baumia no na ho ade kase gina esoro hofo no. It is a straw for no who lose 35 percentage points of what you had previously.
Okay.
And then I say, oh no, with the 50 the count. Let's say a quano. And he said, coordinator say, and yes, they have their integrity, they have their everything. Now, integrity no Brian Champo the Unibiana.
Okay.
Honestly, one idea. It also can't someone also him the original so waka. And the Yama MPs now, Obia, and some me man called Brian Omeka. Nyo bi na ebe gina maka amon statement obia individual me kan kire say wan ko Brian on nko no anko beti the ABC
Matthias here. Madam are you called Pedro? Are you Pedro? No. Oh, okay. Somebody sent a message and says Pedro was my classmate. I thought say maybe
na say Pedro krama me mo na ba so ba ko me pa cho Pedro the amount is imagine aya de ba ko ha me bo na ba.
Yeah, quick one.
He's the first NDC communicator Mate say oka say 2012 na Galamsey wo ho. Galamsey started with your friend is saying excavators, the submission. Okay. This is how we build a nation. We say a solution because even President the late Atamos, may his soul rest in peace. or no time can Galamsey a issue.
Yeah.
So why is our president telling us that Galamsey started like pretend it's us started 8 years ago?
Okay.
Yeah, you know who say you know problem.
Man, just a minute in the time nature mukra, but of course I need your comments on that.
Just
a minute on that.
I don't know amokas on be top to down.
Yes.
We can send me.
Yeah.
Say the challenge ahead of them is huge than what they're expecting. In fact, and Abronye anyone to me are confirming what I said. Said they will show people, they will take their names, delegates' names from it.
Yeah.
And he said, we are KK, now be contesting elections, ABR, you can deliver and help this country, Ghana. Because you are not on their side, they will take out the names of the delegates. Sure. Oh, and then you see a formal erosion, erosion. But it's done for FO. But erosion, a formal and first role.
Yeah.
Son of MPP. But I'm happy the angles they are going. I am Pia Moto. I am just watching. It tells you where they are going. But well, can BBC was saying I'm coming free. Party officer now and Unim. A very good team, be a umbo, a friends and counter attack. A defender now.
It's not as if you
uncle.
I can't attack. I was even free.
And a happy birthday to you. And Nunyam Amwakohine of ICGC Covenant Temple. Wave for the entire family and church members. Happy birthday to you and Nunyam Amwakohine of ICGC Covenant Temple. And then a happy birthday to you, Brian Selassie Junior of Matthias of Uganda Catholic School. Yeah, from the entire family. Happy birthday to you, Selassie. And then a happy blessing birthday to Jaden Nana Adai Brobe Jr. Happy birthday to you, Adai Brobe Jr. Happy birthday to you, Jaden. This is from Nana Adai Brobe of Kessben Newsroom. And then a happy birthday to you, Abna and son of Winneba. Happy birthday to you, Abna and son of Winneba. And then a happy birthday to you, Ohima Nana Equia Kunedu, the banker. Okay, happy birthday to you. This is from your family or the families of Opoku Minka. Happy birthday to you. It's 9:45 is the time. And we're Kessben 92.9 and I'm facing Kessben TV. Ending the show. Thanks to Della, our lawyer, and then the man himself, Richard Apiasa upon Fifi, and then Addison. Della. Thank you so much. Leave me in the good hands of the sports team from now to 2 p.m. It's going to be exciting. Stick and stay with us. And we are back tomorrow morning. I'm Kojo Preko Dankwah, and I love you. Have a lovely morning. And stick and stay with 92.9 and the rest of our programs. Bye-bye. And now, that's mine.
Obretini kukodu for eja womo nkunimaba abrana na yiri kwaba akasa no makasa frenchim wo bie na no awoboajo asana na ho febia wani bono so awira tete wo kwani ne bani na sene ne ba ejo no bi no nta bie eja womo anami di asem asa shiri na no mpa no asem eja womo asono biaba wodoma nkoma oba ade ehye yense yeni nsa woso eni je ni adrewo afe woni e bi wi ase asonimu e ba